General Abdulrahmani Tichani, leader of the Niger junta, has said the military was ready for dialogue. Since the military overthrow of President Mohamed Bazoum on July the 26th, Tichani regime has shunned several peaceful overtures.
All new official.
But speaking during a meeting with Islamic scholar from Nigeria, Tichani was quoted to have said doors were open to explore diplomacy and peace in resolving the matter. On Saturday, Islamic scholars from Nigeria, led by Sheikh Balala, met with the junta in the Niger's capital. In a statement Sheikh La issued after the meeting, he said his delegation and the coup leader deliberated on several issues, including ECOWAS' demand for the reinstatement of Bazoum. Asked if the discussion for dialogue took place, La quoted Ali Mohameni Manini, the Prime Minister of Niger, who was appointed by the junta, as saying, yes, for sure, that was exactly what the leader said. And he said not only saying that, but he was open to dialogue. He also expressed optimism that talks with ECOWAS would take place in the next few days. We have agreed, and the leader of our country has given the green light for dialogue. They will now go back and inform the Nigerian president what they have heard from us. And as we hope in the coming days, they will have, that is ECOWAS, come here to meet us to discuss how the sanctions imposed against us will be lifted, the Prime Minister said. In conclusion, Sheikh General Tichani said the doors were open to explore diplomacy and peaceful resolution of the matter. So the big question on the big story for today is, now that the military junta in Niger has indicated interest for dialogue, what should ECOWAS and Nigeria do to ensure that the window of a peaceful resolution be explored? Well, this and other developments regarding the coup in Niger is what this edition of the big story is all about. We're talking about the Niger coup, weighing the options, especially looking at that very meeting that was held on Saturday, and with the junta himself saying that, well, they are finally open to discuss and see how there will be a peaceful resolution of the issue. And that's what we're having as a major discourse today. But you allow me to first say we do sincerely apologize for starting a bit late. Well, it was really beyond us, but now we've really resolved all the technical issues and we're back with it. So really, we sincerely apologize for that. But anyway, helping out to talk about the issue this lovely morning, we have no other person but Mr. Gideon Guns coming put to really help us talk about it. I do know how the weather is. The rains have not been friendly since about 4:30 this morning, but everybody has to really just live up to it and do it. But all the same, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigerians.
Well, this will be one of the few times the military leader, I'm talking about Tichani, will be seeing anyone. The only time even Lance he saw anyone from Nigeria was the former Emir of Kano State. And this will also be the very first time that he said he's open for dialogue on the issue on board, and that is a reinstatement of the former president, Mohamed Bazoum. But my question will be two quick questions, because that meeting rose a whole lot of, some issues were really brought to the fore on account of that very visit. Now, my first question, do you feel the sanction and other measures like even military option on the table as a reason for having him as a change of heart? And the second question, do you see this as a golden opportunity that should be employed by all to help end this crisis?
Okay, I think the second one will swallow the first one.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Because the various options will usually be on the table where there is a crisis.
Okay. But
where you see one wave the olive branch and say, I am open for talks. And we know that no matter the option you take, resolving a human crisis will usually end on the talk table. So
almost all conflict.
All. So the that he is now willing
for a dialogue,
for a conversation, where the pros and the cons will be laid on the table. I think we have actually achieved a milestone.
Now, talking about achievements, because that brings me back to my initial question. Do you feel the sanctions and the threat of military intervention was a reason for him to have a rethink after 4 weeks?
Okay. Now, is a yes or no. Yes, because when you view it from outside, it's a palpable fear, a threat that is real. And you only know its commencement. You can't tell the level of damage it will bring.
And how long it will last.
So, it is something that is real. But no, in the other one, because there is some legitimacy being conferred on these, I don't want to call them, let me call them revolutionaries, right, in Niger, by the Nigerians.
Okay.
So when you take it from the point of the Nigerians, 50 or close to 50% are in support of what is happening. So it becomes neither here nor there. So we can't mourn more than the bereaved. The real persons who are the direct sufferer of this issue are the Nigerians. So if a portion of them are happy with it, what ECOWAS also needs to have done is, why are they happy with it?
Okay, well, that's another question to ask, but which we might really ask later. We'll come back to all of this, like I said, but let's still remain with that meeting yesterday, because a lot was said on account of the meeting, and General Tichani said that the coup in which they overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum was well intended. That's what he said on Saturday, and was carried out to avert an imminent threat that would have affected not just Niger Republic, but also Nigeria. Now, I'm wondering what that means. Okay. Is he trying to justify his action and make it look as he did us a favor or what? Because when he said that, many persons are still asking, what do you mean?
Okay. In
your own opinion, what do you feel he was talking about?
Analytic position.
Yes.
The revolution taking place in Niger is doing Nigeria some favor. This is my own. Look at all their border. 3 other countries are all under military dictatorship. They are ready, for instance, to support them. Against who becomes the question.
Against the bigger brother.
So you discover that there is an unholy alliance that is either, for want of not being too categorical,
yes,
there are some mercenaries, there are some mongers of war, there are some merchants of war that want to destabilize
the West Africa region.
Not just the West Africa, Nigeria. They have tried a lot of things to make us destabilize. From 2015 to 2023, this conversation has been on the board. Always believing that one thing will be strong enough to destabilize Nigeria. Either from the political front, from the economic front, you can name them. And if you put your eye through what I'm saying, you can see it. And every time they think they are almost there, Nigerians have a way of behaving, and all the hula baloo that you think will lead to a revolution will just calm down. And somebody is not happy with that. So if they can't destabilize Nigeria, then their goal within the sub-Saharan region can never be attained. And there is a people, there is a movement that have a goal concerning the sub-Saharan region.
So that's what he meant.
That's what he meant.
Well, anyway, we need to really deepen this discussion further, but I'll plead with you for us to hold on. We need to go on a break now. But when we come back, we'll continue our discussion as we look at that very meeting that was held on Saturday And the outcome of the meeting with a pure indication of the willingness of the junta in Niger for a proper dialogue to help end the crisis. Let's go on a break.